This message is brought to you by Tootsie Pops. How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? On September 5th, 2012, I smoked my last cigarette, quitting a 25-year habit. I couldn't afford the anti-smoking drugs or the patches or gum, and I didn't want to invest in vaping and trade one addiction for another. So I wanted to quit drug-free and smoke-free. So I quit smoking with Tootsie Pops. That's right, Tootsie Pops. A bag of Tootsie Pops cost about $3. So I bought several bags. I had Tootsie Pops in my pocket. I had Tootsie Pops in my briefcase. I had Tootsie Pops in my backpack. And I had Tootsie Pops in my glove compartment. And whenever I had a craving for smoke, I'd have a Tootsie Pop. And the craving would always pass way before I ever got to the Tootsie Roll Center. I continued on this path for 60 days until I no longer wanted to smoke. But even with the Tootsie Pops, I would have not been able to terminate my smoking addiction had it not been for courage. Yes, the courage to change the things I can, me, and the willingness to go to any length. So one of my favorite historical figures was the American Civil War general, William Tecumseh Sherman. In my opinion, the real hero of the Civil War and the first modern general of our time. He was the only Union general to take the city of Atlanta and march the Union Army all the way to the Atlantic Ocean, destroying everything in his wake so the Confederate Army could not attack from the rear. He was a genius. The first modern general of our time. And my favorite quote from Uncle Billy, that's what his troops called him, was referring to the fear of losing life or limb in battle. And so the quote is about courage. And William T. Sherman defines courage as a perfect sensibility of the measure of danger and the mental willingness to endure it. Let me repeat that. Courage, a perfect sensibility of the measure of danger and the willingness to endure it. Of course, William T. Sherman was referring to the danger of battle. Again, the fear of losing life and limb. That took courage back in 1865, as it does for our troops in Afghanistan today. And I support anybody that has ever, will ever, or is wearing a uniform for this country to protect my God-given rights. You know, when I think about that kind of courage, and I think about the courage I need in my day-to-day life, which pales in comparison, like courage to get a colonoscopy. That took a lot of courage for me. I had to muster up a lot of courage to get that procedure done. And let me tell you, it was a pain in the ass. And that's really nothing compared to people fighting a battle in a war. So there's nothing in my life that I cannot face, or an addiction that I cannot overcome, as long as I have the courage to change the things I can, things about me, and the willingness to go to any length to do it. So I can make that dentist appointment, and I can ask my boss for that raise, and I can apply for that job that I think I can never get. If I muster up the courage and I'm willing to go to any length, there's nothing on this planet that I cannot achieve. And those two things, courage and willingness, are a major part of my program. So, go out there and get what you want. Who loves you, baby?